somewhere around the universe lives a teenage boy who regards himself as sanguine. Yeah, the extroverted type indeed. But the problem is, he's not actually what he says or thinks he is. Things go horribly for him. He loses every bet he plays. Isn't so good with the ladies. Always out of luck in promos, broke, and always in huge debt. He's almost everything that is considered bad news. A big-time loner with no friends and an introvert. He's just unlucky. But despite his unfortunate circumstances, Fetrick still makes sure he lives a good life. He plays music on loudspeakers, dances to them, goes out to watch his favorite team. Lose, of course, and obviously has his betting ticket shredded. But nah, that can't get Fetrick down. He's already used to it. It's almost like he can't expect anything good in his life to happen, so he won't have hope lifted just to be crushed later. He doesn't believe in good luck anymore, even if it's actually real, since he can't afford a normal life, that is, a life filled with luck in most cases. He chooses to be happy regardless, that people would think he's a rich kid, and at some point they would start getting jealous of him on the road when they see him strolling. But little do they know that Fetrick is walking chaos, whose life is upside down. The truth still stands. Fetrick really isn't happy with his life. He even tried taking his life at some point, so all of it can end. But then again, it won't be successful at it. Yeah, he's also unlucky on that. One night he's seen outside enjoying the cool breeze with his boombox by his side on low volume, his mind filled with thoughts. He looks up to the sky filled with stars and closes his eyes, making a wish. In the morning, it's just him doing his regular, playing music and doing house chores in his apartment. Some boys were playing ball next to his apartment, and suddenly they shattered his window blind with a ball by mistake. The ball went as far as breaking his boombox as well. Upon witnessing this tragic event, Fetrick was still trying to digest the whole thing, trying to be calm. Then one of the boys asked him to toss the ball to him. Fetrick glared at him and took the ball and went to the kitchen. He came out and threw it to him with force. The boy fell down on catching the ball, only to see that the ball was deflated. As if it's not enough, he jumped from his broken window and wanted to dive at the boy, but then the other boys held him by the arms and beat him up and left him on the ground. So he managed to get back to his room and tried to play a song from his boombox, but unfortunately the boombox wasn't working anymore. He dropped it and said,
"Can this day get any worse?"
He closed his eyes and slept off on the floor in his room. He slept throughout the day. The next day, very late in the night, he opened his eyes, looked around, and stood up to go to the kitchen. He froze as he noticed something very, very strange. His window blind had been fixed. Not just the window, but also his boombox. He was still very bewildered before he heard a noise coming from his kitchen, as if someone was there. Fetrick became very scared and asked, Who is there?" while approaching the kitchen with a mop stick. He slowly opened the kitchen door, but nothing. He looked and searched the kitchen, but still nothing. While still in the kitchen, a voice came from behind. Fetrick turned with fear and saw a creature that looked pale, taking the form of a child. Fetrick fainted.